Hello, crafty cuties. This is Jessica. I'm a cool mom, and I'm here today to show you how I make my policy envelopes. Super excited because today's video is my very first sponsored video, and it is sponsored by Graphic Stock. So of course I want to give you an overview and talk about Graphic Stock for a moment. And Graphic Stock is a website that offers royalty-free images. And this is really important for us junk journalers because we are always looking for digital downloads and things that we can use in the journals that we sell. And they have just that for you. So they have the largest unlimited download library of graphics, photos, vectors, and illustrations, which is nice because it's all in one place. And when you have a subscription with them, you get access to unlimited downloads of 350,000 graphics, photos, vectors, and more. And you can have a 7-day trial. I'll have the link posted below. And then of course, if you like it, you can sign up for a membership. And I think it's just kind of a nice way to try the website out and see if you like it before signing up and paying for a membership. I believe it's $99 for the year. You know that we spend lots of money on digital downloads. Of course, you can get free images online, but like I said, the problem with that is not knowing if they are royalty free, and when you are selling something, you really have to be careful and have royalty free images. And then of course, be sure that if you are not happy with the service, you cancel before so that your card would not get charged. And I did my homework. I checked out reviews and everything, and they do not charge your card if you cancel. So I'm just scrolling through and wanted to point out a couple things about the website. Now, because I took the time to really look this website over and I want to be completely honest with you guys, one thing that I think could improve on the website or could be better is that some of the labels and images have this text here that says your text here or sample text. And if you don't have editing software to remove that text, it does download with that on the image. And of course, there are plenty of options without and that are blank, but I wanted to point that out just because that was something that I kind of had to work around. However, like I said, I was able to find similar labels or images that did not have the text on the image. Okay, the last thing I want to go over really quick is that you can keep a folder of your favorite images, and I really liked that just because I know I will continually be coming back when I'm doing, say, a garden-themed journal or a celestial journal or Halloween, and then I have my folder here and my images will always be here, and I thought that was kind of convenient. And there are just tons of different ways that you can search for things on this website. So let's finally get into the project. Alright, so these are the envelopes that I'm going to show you guys how to make today. A lot of you have been asking me how I make them. They are so simple, but really quick before we get into that, I just wanted to show you a few of the digital scrapbook papers that I have printed out, and I plan to make envelopes with all of these. I might actually make some journaling cards as well, but I just love that it's so simple to find a variety of themes that I need, just because, like, for instance, right now I am making so many different themed journals that this is just one nice convenient place to go to print these out. I have also printed and cut out some little stickers. I just basically fussy cut these. I could have used my Silhouette Cameo as well, but and basically I just ran these through my little sticker maker, and now I have some little stickers. You could use these as die cuts as well. So that's just something I wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. You are going to need some scrapbook paper. I'm using a piece that's 8.5 by 11 inches. Depending on what size envelope you want, that will vary your size. And you are going to need a piece of twine or string. You're going to need 2 brads, and I'm using some really teeny tiny ones from Tim Holtz. And then you're going to need something for the closure. So I'm just using some little punched out circles with the scallop edge. You can also add a little die cut, like for instance, right here. So get creative with this part. I actually fussy cut out a little die cut that I will be using on mine, and then just some scissors and glue. Okay guys, now you guys know I do not usually measure. I basically just kind of eyeball everything. So I'm going to try to do my best to give you a good idea of measurements and whatnot. So to start out, I'm going to start by folding in probably about, 2.5, 3 inches. I'm just eyeballing this. And then I'm going to fold the other one in until it meets. Now, if you are wanting to get a certain size, you could definitely kind of use your ruler and figure out this is going to be the width of our envelope. So just keep that in mind when you are folding in your papers. Now for the bottom, you're going to just fold up about 1/4 inch. Again, you can use a ruler if you want, but you do not have to have anything perfect. So just fold that up and crease it really well. And then go ahead and for the top, you're gonna fold down about 1 inch. And I'm just going to eyeball this. And for these envelopes, I like using patterns that it doesn't matter if they're upside down. Does that make sense? So, because since you are folding up and folding down, I like to use patterns that just kind of flow and yeah, don't have a right or wrong orientation. Okay, so now once we have those folded, you're gonna unfold and we're going to trim off a couple of these squares. So let me show you, I kind of drew out on one of these so you could have a better idea. So basically you're going to be cutting off one of the full squares down in each corner, and then I also angle it into the next square. So do you see how there's that little score mark right here? I just angled it into the next one. You don't have to do that, but I like the look of having my little flaps up here angled. So that's up to you, but basically I'm just going to be following those score marks that we made. And so I'm going to start off by just trimming all the way down. And then I'm just gonna eyeball it and kind of angle it into that next little square. I'm gonna repeat that for all 4 sides here. This is just one of the easiest ways to make these envelopes, and I love making them. I love that I can easily make them with a bunch of different themes to match all of my journals and projects. And then to this one right here. Okay, so now what we are going to do is kind of go back through and just re-crease all of the places that need to be folded, just to give it a nice sleek look. Okay, and so now it is time to prep our little closures. Okay, so you're going to basically need a little hole punch, or if you don't have a hole punch, you can use your brad just to poke a hole in the middle. But you want to go ahead and punch a hole in the middles of all 4 of your circles. And if you don't have a circle punch, you can just cut out some little circles or any type of little shape. You can get really creative with this. For one of my space-themed envelopes, I'm going to be cutting out like a little moon shape that I thought would be super cute. Okay, so now you want to also punch a hole in the middle of your flap up here. So you can use a ruler. I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, so use my hole punch again, right about there. And then you're also going to punch a hole on one of your flaps. And I do like to make sure that it's going to be lined up with my top circle closures. So I like to place those on and then just get a good idea of where that will be to line up. And so this is why you don't want to glue these flaps down ahead of time. So I'm actually just going to take my little pen and I'll just mark a little dot where I need to punch to line up with these top ones. And let's see here. So I want it about that far down. It doesn't matter how far you have it go down. Yeah, it really doesn't. Okay, now I'm gonna punch that hole right there. So, and I'm just using one of these small hole punches here. Okay, so now you want to take your twine and you are basically going to thread it through the top, sorry guys, through the top into the back. And then you can use a little piece of washi tape, or you can glue it down depending on what you have available nearby. And if you also want to get fancy, you can cover this up with some more scrapbook paper just to disguise it, but I never really worry too much. I might cover that up later, but for the sake of this video. Okay, and then basically you are going to take your brad and stick it through your little punch. And you know what? I totally forgot that I think I'm also going to add these really cute die cuts to mine. So I'm gonna punch a hole in the middle of this as well. I think that will look pretty. So get your brads ready there. I think that'll be cute. And we are going to just go ahead and put our brad through the hole. You do want this twine to be underneath your pieces. So go ahead and push that all the way through. Oh, you know, I should have added the washi tape after I added that string, but that's totally okay. This still works. And then go ahead and do the same for your other spot on your envelope. So I'm gonna take my brad, put it through, and then just close that off right there. And now it's time to adhere everything down. So I go ahead and adhere this side flap first. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue right along the edge here. And I don't worry about covering this brad because it's going to be glued down. So just a little bit here, you don't need too much. And then we'll go ahead and adhere this bottom flap down right over the top. And if you would like a cleaner cut look, you can put this smaller flap down first and then have these bigger ones go over it. Hopefully that makes sense, but I really like the look of having it exposed. So there we go, guys. You can see it's super simple to make these envelopes, and your twine just kind of goes around like so underneath our circle punches. And you can make your twine as long or as short as you want depending on what you like. But I think these are so cute, and I have so much fun making these and adding these into the front pockets of my journals. I hope that you guys will give these envelopes a try. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and thank you again for Graphic Stock for partnering with me. This is really fun to explore this website, and I'm super excited to have a website that I can easily go to and find basically whatever I want to match my projects. So I will see you guys later. Bye!